You're finding Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A treat with us here for today. We've got the students from the Central Illinois CEO program in studio. And guys, first of all, thanks for making time for us this morning. Let's just kind of go left to right, introduce everybody and why we joined the CEO program.
So I'm Mabry Schick, and I'm a junior at Clinton High School, and I really just joined the program because I saw so many of my friends and peers go through it and got to watch how they grow as overall humans, and I wanted to experience something like that.
Very good. Let's go to the right.
Hi, I'm Cole Fentress. I joined CEO just because I'm a very business-oriented person, and I thought it'd just be a great experience for me.
And where do you go to school, Cole?
I go to Clinton.
Very good. Swinging to the right there.
My name is Chloe Seabach. I am a senior at Monroe Forsyth, and I joined CEO because of all of the opportunities and all of the new things I got to do.
Awesome.
My name is Emily Aden. I'm a junior at Clinton High School. I joined CEO to learn more skills and set myself ahead of other students.
Sure. Go ahead and swing that mic over. There you go.
My name is Leah Mills. I'm a junior at Clinton High School. The reason I joined CEO is to help me figure out what I wanted to do after high school and to expose myself to different opportunities within the business world.
All right. Well, staying with you, Leah, have you figured out what you want to do after high school?
I have not fully figured it out yet. Like I said, I'm only a junior, so I've got some time, but I definitely have a clearer idea of where I want to go and what I want to do.
Yeah. So what have you learned from this experience, whether about yourself, about where you want to go next? And has there been a pivotal experience that has kind of forged a memory in your mind? How about some of those things?
Well, with us being in a different location every morning for class, I've learned that I don't want to have to commute far for work.
Fair enough.
I've gained a lot of confidence through the CEO program, and just opportunities like this help me to talk clearly and just show what I've learned.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Let's swing it back left. And I'm sorry, I'm blanking on your name. Emily, tell me about your experience. What has stood out to you about this process in CEO?
I've noticed a change in myself, being more confident and learning soft skills.
Yeah. Did you think at the beginning, when they told you you'd be coming in for a radio interview at some point in the semester, you'd be able to do it?
No.
But you've gained that confidence, right? Yeah. So tell me a little bit, Emily, about the start of the class. What was the first few weeks like, getting to know new kids from new schools, just trying to get to know everybody?
So the first second day or something like that, we did the team building activity at Little Galley, the ropes course. Mm-hmm. And we all just got partners. We didn't really know each other, and then it just kind of threw us in, and we all became close.
Sure. Very good. Well, let's swing it back to the left. And again, I'm sorry, guys. I'm bad with names.
It's okay. I'm Chloe.
Chloe, what has been tell me a little bit about the program in terms of what it looks like day to day and what some of your favorite aspects of it are.
So day to day, like Leah said, we're in a different location. It's 7:15. You show up in the parking lot. We walk in 7:30 before that if we're all there. We have class days, site visits, and we have speakers that come in. So class days are where we work on class business or individual business. And then site visits is where we come places and we learn more about their business, get tours. Mm-hmm. And then speakers are whenever businesses or people from the businesses come to us and tell us about their experience, how they got started, and stuff like that.
What's your favorite site visit so far?
My favorite site visit is probably Crawford's in Maroa. It's just because it's so local. My family goes there maybe all the time.
Yeah.
After football games, that's a big place we go, and I got to learn all about them, and I never knew most of the stuff they shared.
I was gonna say, what did you like growing up in Maroa? Being in Maroa, you probably know a lot about Crawford's. What did you not know after that visit?
I did not know that they rent out properties. They have so many houses and properties that they rent out. They're starting a gym in Forsyth. It's right by the grade school. I'm there every single day. Like, I just did not know that.
That's
and
awesome.
their life stories. It's crazy.
Sure. Swinging over to Mabry. Mabry, tell me a little bit about just your experience. What's been the highlight for you?
So definitely within CEO, I've been able to grow more as in like working with others and being patient and developing like teamwork skills. As I'm very more of a driven person, I like to do things my way, and it's allowed me to be more open-minded. And
what's a skill you've picked up on that you didn't have when you started the class?
definitely like patience and understanding.
Yeah.
It's been huge.
Yeah. So what's an example of how you've like learned patience?
So through our group business, we all had to discuss and agree on every part when we moved forward. So having to hear out other people's ideas and see them all the way through, even though if I didn't fully believe in them, but still take time to understand them and have patience within our whole class.
Sure. Gotcha. Cole, how about you? What has been some standout time for or memories for you in the program so far?
Just working with everyone in our class. I think we work together very well, and just putting our minds together, we can do about anything we need to do.
Yeah.
And it's just been great.
Okay, so I see you're wearing your CEO badge. Tell me about that process at the beginning of the class. What did you have to do and like to get to secure those? How about that?
So at the beginning of the year, we were tasked with finding a sponsor for our badges. So we had no money to put in originally. So we had sponsorship committees that worked for, I guess, creating the badges, designing everything, and even ordering. And so we went to Camille at Remax, and she gave us $1,000 to help start up and design and get these badges for us.
Right. So Chloe, when that is part of the that part of this class is done, you have to wear those every day, correct?
Every single day.
Yeah, for sure. And so I guess with that said, what part of the when you first started, like what were some of the guidelines of the class that either surprised you didn't know about? Like I know you have to dress up every day. Speak to kind of how you have to present yourself, I guess.
Present yourself is, I mean, we're all high school students going to high school. I'm not going to dress like this every single day, but this is professional mindset. So wearing our clothes, so we can't wear tennis shoes, hats, jeans, anything like that. It's something that you would wear to an interview pretty much.
Yeah. Emily, has your mindset changed, just in the way you dress, like having to dress professionally? Does that change how you approach the day a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It wants me to get my day started.
Yeah, very good. Well, let's dive into, you go through the first few months of the class and you're learning about each other. You're kind of learning, seeing business and what all those, what it takes to run a business. Then you have to do it yourselves, right? And you have to do a class business. Sarah, or Leah, I'm sorry. Tell me a little bit about the process of the class business and what that kind of looked like for you all.
So in the beginning, it was pretty tricky, all having to decide on one business, but we ended up going with a formal dinner with a silent auction and an art auction. Our event was January 25th at the Decatur Club. It was called Melodies and Masterpieces. And Sean Streety was our MC. We had a live pianist, Christopher Weisenborn. Our auctioneer was Mike Maskey from Logan County. It was a really great event, highly profitable for us, and taught us a lot about how to set up things and market. We learned so much throughout that whole process.
So Emily, what with the class business, what did you learn about like running a business and having to put it together an event like that? What did that look like for you?
So I was on the sponsorship committee. So being able to go out and ask people for donations or sponsorships really boosted my confidence and helped me. Yeah.
So what did you take away from that experience that you're using now for your own individual business?
Marketing.
Yeah. Tell me about your individual business, because that's right around the corner.
My individual business is Honey Tree Root Designs, where I'll be making custom wood signs.
Awesome. Well, let's go down the line, guys. Talk about our individual businesses. Chloe, what's your individual business?
My individual business is called Bark and Bliss by Chloe. So in the beginning, I was doing dog treats and dog bandanas. Due to unfortunate things that happened, I cannot do treats anymore. So I'm doing customizable bandanas that slide on the dog's collar, so you don't have to fight your dogs to put them on, and they're really cute.
Yeah, nice, awesome. So now I know you're doing trade show. What kind of
Mhm.
things will you have at trade show coming up for folks to see?
So I will have tie bandanas as well as design bandanas and then
Mhm.
blank bandanas where I can put any design on it. It's $8 for just the bandana and $10 for any design that you want on top of
That's
it.
cool. Awesome. Cole, step up and tell us about your individual business. What are you doing?
My individual business is Salt Creek Jerky, where I'm selling beef jerky, and it's been a great. I guess I've always been a fan of meat, and so it's just been great. I enjoy it a lot.
So tell me, is that do you have to seek out someone to buy that from? Do you can you harvest it yourself? How does that work?
Yes, so I work with a co-packer who will manufacture, and he has all of the food licensing, so I don't have to worry about that. And he ships to me, and then I market and sell that beef jerky.
That's awesome. Good stuff. Well, let's get to Mabry. Mabry, what's your individual business?
So my business is Chancey's Custom Caps, where I customize trucker hats with patches, and I also offer hat chains and kid trucker hats as well.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Trucker hats are kind of coming back.
Yeah, they're
so-
very trendy right now.
Yeah,
so
for
it's a
sure.
good market.
That's awesome. Good deal. So, and I know trade show's coming up. Tell us
Mhm.
the when and where on trade show.
So trade show is May 1st from 5 to 7 at Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth.
Awesome.
Yes.
So check it out. That's coming up right around the corner. Leah, let's wrap up with you. Tell me about your individual business.
My individual business is R5 Therapy, which is a MagnaWave service for livestock and pets.
Awesome. Good stuff. Well, very good, guys. Let's take a break. Get your other classmates in here. Again, that's the students from the Central Illinois CEO program. Our guests in studio today. More to come on the morning show.
WHOW.
RFD Radio Network. Spring is in the air, so it's time to choose your new Silverado. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton. We have a good selection of new Silverados with springtime savings and special finance rates. Choose from regular cabs, double cabs, or crew cabs in gas or diesel. We're also allowing extra money for your trade on all new Silverados this month. Silverado, together let's drive. See all our inventory at BaumChevyBuick.com right from the start.
If the flu's got you down, the Warner Hospital and Health Services walk-in clinic inside Family Medicine can help you feel better fast. CEO Paul Skowron inviting you to make us your backup plan to better health. Find out more by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
DeWittDailyNews.com is the area's leading local news source 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the latest local news, obituaries, police blotter, weather forecast, and more. Head to DeWittDailyNews.com to get the local information you need to know.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Once again, good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHW Morning Show, streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. And again, this morning, we welcome in the students from the Central Illinois CEO program, and a big group this year of 11 in studio with us today. Our final grouping, we'll start going left to right. Guys, introduce yourselves to us, where you go to school, and why you joined CEO.
All right, so my name is Connell Doolin. I go to Moreau Forsyth High School, and originally I joined CEO really just to gain more experience in what running a business was like. I've always had an interest in it. Then didn't have too much knowledge of it going into it, but I just thought it'd be a great opportunity.
Connell, you junior or senior?
I'm a senior.
A senior? Yeah. Swing that microphone to the right.
My name's Devin Ressler. I'm a junior at Blue Ridge High School, and I joined CEO to learn more about the business world and learn more about myself.
Yeah. Devin, how'd you hear about the program over there in Blue Ridge?
So originally, I heard about it from a student that took it last year. His name's Ty Meeker. He just was talking to me about it, and I could notice like how his personality changed over like a year, and it inspired me to want to join.
Nice, awesome, good testimony there.
My name is Jackson Cole, and I'm a senior at Morel Forsyth. And the big reason I joined CEO is to network with a whole bunch of people in the business world. A big thing I've learned in this day and age is it's about who you know, not what you know.
Yeah.
And networking definitely makes a big thing in the business world.
Sure. Swing that microphone to the right. Let's hear from Amia.
Hi, I'm Amia Tate. I'm a senior at Morel Forsyth. I joined CEO because I knew I wanted to be in business. So I had joined CEO. I didn't think I was going to get in, but I just knew I wanted to be in business.
That's awesome.
I kind of like went from there.
Cool. Awesome. And Peter, step up and tell us about yourself.
Hi, so my name is Peter Hackelman. I'm a senior at Morel Forsyth. I joined CEO kind of just for an alternative classroom experience. It's something different that, Morel couldn't offer, and just kind of expand my horizons.
Yeah. Well, since you're there, tell me a little bit about that experience. What's been unique about this process for you?
Kind of like the last group spoke on, it's so different. We're at a different place every day. It keeps me awake. I'm not falling asleep at a desk every day. And it's, just a different experience.
Yeah, for sure. Any site visits that have been your favorite to this point?
In the beginning of the year, I'd probably say like Brass Horn, George Streckfus, just his personality, the way he ran the store, his story, the family connection, everything that kind of went into that was really cool to see.
Nice. Awesome. Amia, what's been the highlight of the program for you?
I think being able to like build relationships before the program, if you talk to me, I wouldn't be like right here. I'd be like, okay, I'm going to hide in my shell. But being able to build relationships, like we've met so many people from the Crawfords to George Struffus, my mentor, Julie Hines, who owns Country Junction. We've met so many different people and like building that relationship with them. And then I also like follow them on LinkedIn and we like talk on there. So
nice.
like, keeping up with that.
Sure. Well, let's swing it to the left and let's see. This is Jackson. Sorry, man. Sorry about that. Tell me about what's the highlight of the program for you.
So for me, it's so you have the business fronts of everything, but then seeing the behind the scenes, like the financials and the spreadsheets and all the networking and marketing and everything that goes into running a successful business.
Yeah, for sure. Devin, highlights of the program for you.
Same thing as Jackson, just seeing how you can, like, what you need to do to run a business, all the financials, spreadsheets, all of that stuff was just fascinating to me.
Yeah. Connell, for you, has that part of the process been eye-opening?
Yeah, I mean, when we did our group business, I was one of our CFOs, so I did a lot of our financials and spreadsheets, and I've learned it's not always fun, but it needs to get done. Right. It's a very important part of a business, and it's been extremely eye-opening.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the first few weeks of class, getting to know new people from a new schools. What was that like for you?
So I'm not normally a very outgoing person. It was a little difficult for me to open up and become friends with all these people. And luckily, I mean, in this class, we all have a similar growth mindset where we all want to be better every single day and learn more. And that helped be able to open myself up to these people. And they were great.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. Well, swinging back to Devin, tell me a little bit about the class business that you all did this year.
So yeah, we did class business, and it was called Melodies and Masterpieces. It was like a high-end dinner with an art auction, silent basket auction. We had let's see, who all did we have there? Sean Streety was the MC. And yeah.
Mike Maskey did auction. Yeah, I
Mike
remember the
Maskey.
The last group talked about that for sure. Jackson, what did you take away from the class business process that is helping you in your individual business?
So we worked on class business for 5 or 6 months, and it all came down to one night. And it was just insane how much planning went into it and how much networking paid off. We had a sponsorship committee that got a ton of businesses in there, and we had an art committee that went and talked to a bunch of artists and got art pieces in there.
Nice.
we had someone go talk to our live auctioneer to get them in there, and Sean, it all came together perfectly for that one night.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you what, let's start talking about individual business, and we'll start with Amia. Amia, what are you doing for your individual business?
I am doing, my business is called Simple Creations, which is homemade wax melts.
Nice.
So they're like in different shapes. I have lemons, butterflies, bees, some seashells.
How'd you get into that?
My mom, she used to do it when I was younger, and she'd sell it on the side. So me and her doing it before I go to college.
Oh, nice. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Good deal. What did you learn from the class business process that you're carrying into this?
So definitely like asking people for help. I like to do things by myself, and I was on the art committee, so I had to go out and like ask people for art, and being able to ask people for help is like a huge thing.
Sure.
And like Melanie and my mentor Julie have been like great for me.
Awesome. Well, guys, I'm quickly running out of time. Let's go down the line. Jackson, your individual business.
So my individual business, I own Colts Collectibles, and I resell vintage Legos on eBay.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Devin, yours.
I'm the founder of Pro Edge Media, and I do social media marketing.
Nice. And Connell, yours?
I'm the founder of Green Edge Services, where I do lawn care services like mowing, power washing, stuff like that.
Awesome. And Peter, I didn't forget you. What are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing auto detailing. My name's P3's Auto Detailing.
Awesome. Who wants to tell us about trade show coming up, the when and where?
It's May 1st at the Hickory Point Mall. So yeah, we'll all be there getting ready. So
Come on out and stop by. Check out the Central Illinois CEO students. Our guests in studio this morning. Network news on the way.
WHOW.
The Big 1520 WHOW Clinton, 92.3 FM, W222 BG Clinton, 106.